Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers of Burundi National Television. Welcome to the English News Edition headlines. Members of Burundi diaspora have called on the head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye to equip all public services with a digital system. According to them, such modernization would improve administrative efficiency and help combat corruption within state institutions. And the Ministry of National Education and Scientific Research organized a national consultation workshop with research in Bujumbura. The objective was to discuss the development of the national policy on scientific research and technological innovation along with its implementation strategy in Burundi. Welcome, dear viewers, to details. I'm Jackson Lakoze. Members of the Burundian diaspora have called on the head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye to equip all public services with a digital system. According to them, such modernization would improve administrative efficiency and help combat corruption within state institutions. This request was made on this Tuesday during a meeting between the President of the Republic of Burundi and members of the diaspora, held as part of the official launch of the 9th edition of the week dedicated to the Burundian living abroad. Gordier Gato tells us more.
The head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye and members of the Burundian diaspora, the president of the Association of Burundians Living Abroad, Samuel Ndayiragije, expressed the wish to see government services adopt a digital system. According to him, such a tool would serve as an effective means to combat corruption. He also reaffirmed the diaspora's willingness to provide support for the digitalization of public services. In response, the President of the Republic welcomed the Burundian diaspora's commitment to the fight against corruption and stated that he fully shared their vision regarding the digitalization of public services. In this regard, he called on the diaspora to actively contribute to the implementation of this large-scale project. Acknowledging that the Burundian diaspora has ambitious projects for the country's development, the head of state announced the upcoming creation within the presidency of the Republic of a dedicated office responsible for closely monitoring initiatives undertaken by the diaspora. Finally, President Evariste Ndayishimiye urged the diaspora to raise awareness among their fellow citizens about the importance of time management, which he considers a key factor in the sustainable development of Burundi.
And the Burundians are still not sufficiently engaged in insurance as their participation rate remains under 1%. This statement was made on this Wednesday during the official launch of the week dedicated to the insurance. The ceremony was opened by Vice President Prosper Bazombanza, who stated that to raise Burundians' awareness, government will support relevant institutions to encourage the population to insure their assets with the goal of preparing them to achieve the vision of Burundi and securing a better future. RC Oror Kamkama has details.
The week dedicated to insurance has been launched officially by the Vice President Prosper Bazombanza for the 4th time under the theme All of Us, Let's Ensure the Agriculture. Assure, the Federation of Insurance Societies President Renova Gahungu has acknowledged that the theme was chosen so to help the government in its mission in agricultural sector. He then added that the reason why ACA and Assure have settled that Insurance Week is for raising awareness about insurance, to evaluate the step already made, obstacles and others. The point is that they really have made progress because they have moved from 54 billions in 2019 to more than 100 billions in 2023. However, obstacles are still a reality because the participation in insurance is still less than 1% in Burundi. There is a lack of updated laws, lack of raising awareness and others. And among the future projects, ALCA, Assure and other insurance societies are the insurance in agriculture and the making assurance a law in all domains. Prosper Bazombanza, the Vice President, has congratulated ALCA and Assure and the insurance societies. For the step already made, he promised that the government will do everything possible to support the insurance sector so to reach the Burundian vision. Beside the ceremonies, some of the participants gave blood so to save lives of the needy. Note again that the insurance week goes on until Saturday.
And in addition to that opening of Insurance Week, a ceremony was also held to inaugurate new pedestrian crossing lines on the DRC Avenue in the city center of Bujumbura. A new system was officially launched for registering individuals for insurance and inspecting unregistered vehicles. You will have details in our tomorrow edition. And the Ministry of National Education and Scientific Research organized a national consultation workshop with the research stakeholders this Wednesday in Bujumbura. The objective was to discuss the development of the national policy on scientific research and technological innovation, along with its implementation strategy in Burundi. Emma Gloria Ishimwe was there.
Experts from public and private universities, along with stakeholders from the private sector involved in research, have been invited by the ministry in charge of scientific research to contribute to the development of a new national plan focused on innovation, technology and research. This plan is expected to reflect on current global trends while aligning with the National Development Vision for 2040 to 2060. The previous plan, implemented between 2011 and 2018, spanned 7 years. Since its conclusion, no new strategic framework has been established, despite such a document being considered essential to drive the country's development. Participants in the meeting called for an increase in state funding allocated to the sector of innovation, technology and research. They also recommended the adoption of a specific law to regulate and support this field. The preparation of the new national plan will take place over a 6-month period. Once the draft document is completed, stakeholders will meet again to provide final input and approve it before it is presented to the Council of Ministers.
And in order to raise awareness among stakeholders about Burundi's integration into the East African community, various workshops and stakeholder meetings were organized last year. Minister Gervais Abayeho stated this during the presentation of last year's achievements. Marius Muhigwe has details.
In the area of Burundi's integration into the EAC, this ministry has organized more than 150 statutory and non-statutory meetings, both within the EAC and the other types of meetings, with the aim of defending the country's interest and position. To raise the awareness among stakeholders about Burundi's integration into the EAC, the workshops were organized for stakeholders. The ministry has also participated in the cycling tower and in the celebration of the EAC anniversary. Burundi also participated in the 7th edition of the cycling towers, the opening and the finals of which were held in Burundi. Burundi has also participated in the celebration of the 25th anniversary of the EAC in Tanzania, during which the emblematic Burundian drum dance enhanced the Silver Jubilee festivities, captivating the public and increasing Burundi's visibility at this event. In the EAC Dissertation 2022 editions, Burundian laureates were awarded here in the capital, Bujumbura.
As power security regimes of poles and hanging electric wires are increasingly observed in several neighborhoods of Bujumbura, residents are resounding the alarm. They express deep concern for safety of their children and are urgently calling on Regideso to intervene and carry out necessary repairs to prevent serious accident. Joseph Murinda Jambo visited the locality.
The children are playing under an electric wire over the Regideso and without worry. They move it away with their hand to be able to play well. Even passengers do it without any problem. It is the moment when these electric wires, which have almost fallen from top of the poles, conduct a large electric charge which can be fatal for the surrounding population. This mother of 3 children expresses her concern. She says that she can no longer sit quietly without constantly monitoring her children who are playing near these electrical wires because the children are not aware of the danger that can arise. The inhabitants of this Gatongoro area ask Regideso to come quickly to rescue them. In an interview with the Director General of Regideso, Jean-Albert Manikomba, he admitted that the poles and electrical wires are worn out. To replace these wooden poles with iron poles or reinforced concrete in order to renew and strengthen the capacity of these electrical wires. He asks the population to be patient because this project has already started in different areas of the north of the city of Bujumbura, where we visited. Several Regideso poles as well as the electrical wires are no longer well fixed, and if nothing is done as soon as possible, they can fall and constitute a mortal danger.
Let's now visit Gitega, center of the country, helping vulnerable citizens, allow them to feel included in the community and to regain hope in life. These were the statements made this Wednesday by residents of Matongo village in Nyabihanga Commune, Gitega province. These testimonies came as Burundians prepare to celebrate the National Solidarity Day. Our colleague Diodoninda Chaisaba is there.
As Burundians are preparing to celebrate National Solidarity Day, residents of Matongo here in Nyabihanga Commune of Gitega province spoke to national television, mentioned that they know and celebrate this day. Patrice Nahimana, one of those residents, explained that to celebrate this day, they collect food and clothes for the less privileged persons, which gives them hope and makes them feel supported. This act of charity gives hope to beneficiaries who previously felt abandoned. Statement made by Patrice Nahimana, residents of the area. Jamze Bigirimana and other residents of the same area stated that they are aware of this day and they celebrate it. Has also highlighted that they prepare this day in advance by collecting funds and goods to help those in need, with each person contributing according to their means. He emphasized that Burundians have always had a spirit of solidarity and brotherhood, which encourages them to help one another. He called on those who didn't have the spirit of solidarity to join them in supporting those in need. We conclude by reminding you that National Day of Solidarity is celebrated on August 1st of each year.
Thank you, dear viewers, for your attention. This is the end of our news edition. Keep watching our program. I'm really going to miss you.